Will you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? We call the roll.
Mayor Bonta,
Here.
Member Newell,
Here.
Member Lewis,
Here.
Member Farkas, Member Maleta.
Here.
Did everyone have a chance to look at the minutes? Are there any corrections, or is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. So that gets us to unfinished business. We have a fire department matter.
Yes, I presented to you executive content. It's a confidential agreement to the extent that it can be, since we're a public entity. But I would ask you to approve.
Are there any motions on that or follow-up?
I'll make a motion, we approve the agreement with the fire department as mentioned by the attorney.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Gets us to new business. We have a Hot Pilates event request. If you'd like to come up. Hey, and then you can speak into the microphone, and you don't have to push the button. It's just automatic.
Hi, my name is Karina. I'm the owner of the Hot Body Pilates on 2563 Willow Creek Road. In Portage, we are wanting to do a Customer Appreciation Day, June 22nd of this year, 2025. We are requesting to have barricades to close out just about 24 parking spots, 12 on each side, along the nutrition lounge parking spots. We did get an approval from that owner as well. Arrival time at noon. The event starts at 1 until 4 p.m. I have a picture of, on the maps of how many parking spots would be closed off, and then the entranceway of for the other businesses that are in our plaza.
Is this all on private property?
I was going to ask, Ken, my understanding is this is all private property. Is there a city component to this if they have the agreements from the other business owners? Or,
If the parking is on private property and they have agreements, no, there's no city component.
It is private property. We would just need access to the barricades.
oh, you're asking for the street department to, I don't want to say lend, but provide barricades?
Yes.
I gotcha. Randy, do we have it's kind of funny, usually when we have, just to explain, when we have like a city road being closed, we'll require, things that would require the street department barricades to be like used as part of that process. But if you're a private event just looking to use city equipment, I don't mean to sound, bad at all, but just, I don't know if anyone's ever requested it that way before. Randy?
It is department policy that we do not lend out barricades for private events on private property, only to close down roads.
Okay. We don't need like a permit from the city or anything?
Not if you're using, as long as you are, I think you've got like a landlord or a company that owns the building. As long as you have, their permission and the agreement of the businesses who are going to be impacted, yeah, you're free to do whatever you like. We just don't have, but unfortunately, I'm getting my hand raised from the back. Ted, is there something I'm forgetting?
Just a courtesy request that the police and fire department have access to the other customers of the other businesses.
Of course.
If there's an emergency, but like a fire or anything, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
That's the only request we would have.
But by city policy, we don't lend out the equipment from the street department for a private event.
That is correct, Mayor.
But if you're able to get barricades from a different source, there's certainly some places you could reach out to, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, if you were closing down like Willow Creek for it, then you'd come to us, and we'd be the people that say, yes or no to that.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. Sorry for any confusion.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
Gets us to the change order number 6, Reith Riley, 2024-1 CCMG.
Good morning. This is our final change order to close out last year's Community Crossing Matching Grant Project. It is a change order of a decrease of $123,109.08. We don't owe any more on this contract. We've already paid it out. This is just closing out all the paperwork.
Any questions?
I'll make a motion, we approve change order number 6 in the amount of $123,109.08.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. That gets us to pay app number 5, Milestone Contractors, 2024.
This is our 2024 paving Phase 2, the Blake and Independence. It is for some patching work that they did on Blake and on Sunrise. It is for $12,471. The department would recommend that we pay this payout.
I'll make a motion to approve the paving phase in the amount of $12,471.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
It's us to pay app number 1, C.E. Hughes, 2024 street striping.
This is our first pay-up for our street striping project. It is in the amount of $128,892.58. I'm sure everybody has seen striping go down. They are almost finished. I would assume that they'd finish up this week, but this is just their first pay-up of the entire project. The department would recommend approval of this pay application.
I'll make a motion, we approve the pay app number 1 in the amount of $128,892.58.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
That gets us to cardiac monitors for the fire department.
Good morning. We are looking at purchasing 3 LifePak 35s. I did hand out some information today regarding our status with 2 previous LifePak 12s, a LifePak 15. If you have any questions regarding the information that I passed out earlier, feel free to ask. We did not go through a bid process. This is a sole source for the LifePak monitors. Portage Fire Department has been on a LifePak platform for over 30 years. Stryker, who gave us the quote, which I believe you have the packets, Stryker is the sole distributor of LifePak, and they hold the manufacturing rights. The money that we would be spending for these monitors would be coming out of our EMS equipment fund, which was established for replenishing EMS equipment, but it's also for purchasing ambulances. That's why we haven't done this prior to now, because we were trying to accumulate as many funds as we could in there, because we have 2 ambulances on order and they're quite costly. But we cannot go without these monitors. We're currently borrowing a monitor from South Haven Fire Department to get us by, because we had sent one of ours out for repair. When we sent it out for repair, they said that it was beyond repair, and so they'd be willing to give us a trade-in value, fortunately. And then, as you can see, the 2 LifePak 12s that we have are no longer FDA compliant, and they really don't even want those out in circulation. So they're willing to give us a little bit of money for those on trade as well.
We'll need 2 motions here. One is to recognize this as a sole source provider product, get that approved, and then we could approve if that's your wishes.
Well, Chief, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, go ahead.
From the information you handed out, it's kind of obvious that they're obsolete.
Yes.
And actually they can't expose us to a lot of risk.
Yes, absolutely.
So the first motion I would make is for us to approve the sole source of this equipment. 1, due to the nature of the equipment, and 2, the timeliness of the matter.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. And for the same reasons, I'd make a motion that we purchase this equipment as reasonably soon as possible.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
That gets us to some bulk appeals. Our first one is 2696 Carmen. Hey, Randy.
2696 Carmen, are they in here? I don't believe anyone's here for that. So just to go into explanation in here, the resident believes that we should have did our due diligence as a city to provide information for the scheduled bulk item that we have online. We've done it through mailers. I mean, we've done it many times, and this separate incident, or no, it's 3 separate incidents. One was a $40 charge, one was a $100 charge, and one was a $40 charge, and they placed them all at the beginning of the month in the old 2024 schedule. So, but that has been recently changed from October going forward, that all bulk items are pre-scheduled, and you could easily find those maps, those schedules on our website. We've mailed out a few in 2024 of these changes, so I'm asking the board to uphold all 3 charges of $180.
I'll make a motion, we uphold the charge for $180.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That gets us to 2268 Hamstrom.
I believe that resident's here. Go ahead, up there.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I say 68? 2269. Sorry, yeah, your neighbor's not up
2269.
here, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know this is my first time being all around these people. I don't know how to even.
It's okay, this
Good
is...
morning to everyone.
Good morning.
like I say. Yeah, I just got a bill for extra $40 charge because I left, a little box and a piece of wood by the trash can. And I guess, I already know my rules and all that stuff, but I got my husband, he's disabled. Maybe he just went without my permission, just threw the wood in, an empty little box. Like I spoke to, I don't know his last name, and he said, well, this is not the first time. I've been doing this all the time. And we already talked about that and all that stuff. But I've been living in that house for 37 years. As far as I know, if I made some kind of mistake, maybe that was 5 times, I remember, in 35 years. And that was not my mistake because, like I said, my husband is disabled. I'm the only one who takes care of the house. So,
Randy, what was the material? Was it a box?
The material was a box and a old fence post, 4x4 fence post, looked like,
Is there
pressure
a-
treated. Just to let the board know, this is actually in a second appeal. The first appeal from this residence at 2269 Hamstrom was done back in August 13th, 2021. So just to let you know that. This is her second appeal for this particular bulk item.
I agree with that, like I say, in 2021. Like, I don't know, but I'm going to repeat again myself. All those mistakes, whatever is going on, it will be for my husband. Try to help me, with the house, because he's disabled. He doesn't even drive or anything. I don't want to go more further. I'm the only one who takes care of everything in the household. But for 35 years, if, my husband made 1 mistake or 2 mistakes, because he's trying to help me, that's bad. If that was happening like every month, twice a year, 3 times a year, I won't even be here in front of you guys, explain myself what's going on. I think that's, and besides, like I say, okay, it was a piece of wood, maybe he took it, in a little empty box, $40 for that. And another thing, when they forgot even to take my trash a couple times. And the first time I didn't say anything. I said, well, they forgot because for the holiday or whatever. But the second time they forgot, and so I called them. Then I was upset. I called, you guys forgot about my trash. Yesterday you were supposed to pick up the trash. Oh, I'm sorry, where did you live? 2269 Hampton Road. Okay, we go to send to somebody. And I can say, oh, well, you guys forgot to take my trash, so deduct me, from the $100 or whatever you guys charge me a month. And they can pick up the trash, That's just an honest mistake. That was not like,
Sounds like you were aware, of the policy. Like, you knew that if you had seen the thing by the trash, you would have known that there was an extra charge. You didn't
yes,
catch
I
is
know.
what you're saying.
Yes, I know, because like I say, I talked to the guy, no way I will just keep doing it just because the trash and throw whatever it is. No, I don't. It's just only 2 people in my house, So I think that's not even right. That's not even right.
I'm going to make a motion to approve the appeal for 2269 Hamstrom Road. And please don't do it again.
If I do it again, you know, I will pay the late fee for you. No, I'm saying I will pay 3 times. Whatever you ask me, just tell us, I says, okay, here.
I'll second
here's
the motion.
cash. Thank you.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Thank you so much.
That gets us to 5891 Lexington. You can come up.
Thank you for allowing me to come here and appeal this decision that you guys made. My name is Joe Casper. I reside at 5891 Lexington Avenue. 27 years I've been a resident of Portage. I'm not here to dispute balls and strikes because that's a different ballgame. And I'm not here to dispute the fact that I was charged the $40. I mean, I can afford to pay the $40. But there are a lot of people out there that do not have that ability to pay the $40. So my argument is that your calendar, yes, it's a great calendar, but there's one error on that calendar, and that is in the month of March. So the month of March, it had 2 pickup days, bulk pickup days on my route, and looking at the month of April, there was not a pickup day on the first Monday of April. Being creatures of habit, we typically put it out there on the first Monday of the month. And so how this calendar got put together is beyond me, because there are 2 pickup days in the month of March. I put my stuff out there on April 5th, being a creature of habit, and I got dinged the $40. So this has been the first time for me that I've ever got charged any fees, as long as I remember. But I'm just here to dispute the fact that for a lot of other people that did get dinged on that day, that are not here to dispute that. I just think that if you look at the calendar, there is not a single day, a single month that has 2 pickup days,
Right.
except
Well, the thing to
month of
note there,
March.
and I'm not going to argue whether or not the circumstance makes sense. I mean, that's a whole different matter. But it's not an error on the calendar. This was an approved calendar, and the issue is that bulk days are no longer once a month. They are scheduled bulk days, and the intention is to make sure that there's no week where 2 different routes have the same bulk day. So the problem we were running into as a city financially was the amount of cost of overtime and bulk that was coming in by having it all in the same week. And so the calendar for 25 and for other years is structured so that there's always just 1 week where someone has a bulk day. So that doesn't always mean that there's going to be a month where a route has one, but everybody has the same equal number throughout the year. So I just want to start with the fact that this is not an error. Now, does it make sense that a creature of habit might do it on that first Monday? That's a whole different thing for me. But I just want to make sure that it's clear for the record, there was no error, and certainly checking the calendar. If you had called us beforehand, like if you had checked the calendar in January and caught that for March and called in, we wouldn't have changed it. The city would have said, oh no, that is on purpose, but we're glad that we can make you aware. So knowing that, I think that the thing to weigh here is the creature of habit argument, which I think, I'm hearing you, you know. But at the same time, I just want to be clear that that was not an error of the department, nor is it an error of the calendar.
Right. And I did call them and ask them about the pickup days. They did specify that it was the first Monday of the month, and that was what I probably heard, not looking at the calendar specifically for that month of March. So, like I say, I'm not here to dispute the fact that I got charged $40. I was just wondering if, going on and moving on, maybe we could continue to keep a little bit more of a structured.
Well, again, this board doesn't control the structure. That's set by the department.
Okay.
And that's by the city ordinance that the department is able to offer these bulk days. It's not something that we can vote on or change. This is the Board of Works. We're the contracting and financial spending entity of the city. And again, the simple matter of it is that it can't just be a guarantee of it always being a first Monday or something because of holidays and the importance of making sure that it's always on a separate week for each. You can certainly talk to the street department and give your feedback. That's part of freedom of petition, but what we're here about is just to hear your appeal on this charge.
I guess
So
that
the way I
I'm,
look at it is, and again, this is new to all. There's still a learning curve there. I can understand where you would say, I thought it was always the first. I gotta be honest with you, I had Bulk go out this past week on mine, and I went online and looked up the calendar to make sure, because I'm confused by it too. So, you know, I think we've had a lot of these where it's been confusing, so I'm gonna make a motion to approve the appeal. And again, as we go further in time, I think we'll probably be denying these more, but I just think there's still some
And I
learning curves
would,
going on.
I would agree with you. It's still a process. There's still things people learn, and some of it is the muscle memory of it, you know? So, yeah.
I'll second the motion.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
okay, thank you so much. You have a good day.
And then that gets us to 2199 Capital. Is somebody here for that?
I don't think anyone's here for 2199 Capital. Anyone? There was a piece of scrap steel or steel that she placed out at the curb for the scrappers to get. Well, the scrappers did not get it, and we picked it up. So this particular resident was charged the $40. Okay, yeah, they gambled. So I'm want the board to uphold it if they so desire. So it's up to you.
I'll make a motion to uphold the charge for 2199 Capital.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you. And that gets us to claims. Did everyone have a chance to check over the claims? Were there any questions?
I'll make a motion, we approve the claims in the amount of $294,878.26.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Is there any other business to come before the board? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. And we're good.